Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. Today I'm taking a look at the first offering from third-party company ShapeShift.Inc. This is their Microlegion Series 1, the SS-01 Skysnake, SS-02 Heavymetal, aka For the Cybertron, War for Cybertron, inspired Starscream and Ironhide. Just taking a quick look around the box, got really nice artwork on the front there with Cybertron in the background, Heavymetal on the side. On the back we just got a couple of pictures of the vehicle modes and then the robot modes. Same gun on that side. On the bottom, don't eat your toys, you will choke. Let's take a look. Both figures come packaged in the clear clamshell in their robot modes. We have fantastically detailed weapons that come with these. I mean, considering these are in essence Legend class figures, kind of the Legend scale. What amazing detail. I mean, this is Starscream's sniper rifle, and if we just put his ammo set just in there, just tabs in like so. Just look at the detailing. That is absolutely sublime. Same with Ironhides. Just bringing in, both cannons are the same. Just bring those in though. Just look at the attention to detail. That is absolutely incredible. For such a small figure. Bravo. Let's take a look at Ironhide first. Really love their interpretation of him. It's very similar to how he was depicted in the recent IDW publishings when he was kind of finding the Dinobots. He looks absolutely incredible. Bearing in mind this is ShapeShift.Inc's first project, having these in hand, they are easily comparable to something like the DX9 War in Pockets or the Iron Factory Legend scale figures. They're that sort of plastic quality and that sort of workmanship. The sculpting on these are absolutely sublime. If you saw my photos I took and placed on my Facebook page yesterday, up close and personal, these are absolutely incredible. I mean, bearing in mind this figure isn't even kind of 4 inches tall. Look at the detailing. Now, as amazing as Ironhide looks, he's not quite without his faults. My shoulder pad on this side is a little bit floppy loose, so it does tend to move. It's pinned there. I'm not really sure how I'd be able to adjust that, but it does look incredible. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball, so it can freely look up, down, left, and right. The waist is on a tight swivel, but it does swivel nonetheless. Legs can go this far forward and this far back. We can go pretty good open stance there. We do have some clearance issues with this small part of the leg there. Look at the that's just an insane knee joint. And there's also a ball socket in there as well. Is forward and backwards motion on the foot. Unfortunately, there is no ankle tilts. Maybe they could have put an ankle tilt on this. I'm not really sure. I think it may have affected the transformation. It would have been nice, but I'm more than happy with what they've done. Shoulder-wise, these shoulder pads do have the ability to open up and close. We do have a ball-jointed socket in there as well as an up and down swivel. There's a little bit of play forward and back there on the ball. And again, we have a ball jointed socket on the elbow, so we get a nice free range of motion. No movement on the hand. One small part of the transformation that I haven't actually mentioned. I like to keep my legs up like this. I just think it looks better, like him with his big bulky calves. But you can actually just swivel this section down and have that at the base of the feet. It does give him bulkier shins. It does help with balance slightly, but I don't know, I just really prefer them up. I think they look like really big calf muscles. As previously mentioned, Ironhide does come with these two massive great cannons, which can be mounted in his fists or on the holes in his forearms. Scale-wise, I think he works absolutely perfectly. And to be honest, having the City Commander again in my hands, I actually prefer the plastic quality on the ShapeShift.Inc. To be honest with you, if I was handed it and I didn't know it was a third-party product, I think it was kind of Hasbro. It does feel pretty much identical to the Hasbro products, but it has that high level of detail. And this, personally, is my favourite scale comparison. Here he is leading the Dinobots, and they look incredible together. Now, I do have my own little Legion Legends scale display going on my bookcase, but I'm going to have to stick at the Ironhide with the Dinobots. He just looks incredible. It works perfectly. Now, transformation for Ironhide is not the most complex of transformations. First thing I like to do, I like to take these guns off and just place them on the outside of the forearms, because that's where they're going to be stored in vehicle mode anyway. Now what we can do, just fold the toes down, like so. Again, fold that toe down so they're pointing downwards. Come up to the shoulder and rock this shoulder joint up, and then just fold this arm in. If we go look from the top here, you'll see what's going on here. That shoulder joint just locks into place there and tabs in. So rock this shoulder up, plug this front section in, and the forearm section, there's a tab just on there. That's going to tab into the centre of the body, like that. You can now just flip the legs over and they flip and tuck. And everything tucks in. And the hardest bit I find there is just tabbing these two sections here, because when you push them together, the plastic does have a lot of flex to it. I mean, it's not essential. It just really tidies up the alt mode if they are. And there we have. We have Ironhide in his Cybertronian kind of van, jeep, armoured truck thing. And that looks really good, doesn't it? I love how everything tabs in and everything looks really tidy underneath. And he's got a nice roll to him. He's got a very tank-like feel to him. To be honest with you, I think I do prefer the look of him without the guns attached. It's just a very nice, clean alt mode. And here they are all together in vehicle mode. Very good scaling. Although the high gloss paint on Ironhide does kind of put these two to shame a little bit. Now let's take a look at the mighty Starscream. Oh, this, I believe, probably my favourite of the two. Sometimes you get two packs and one of them really does stand out as opposed to the other one. This is not the case. I really love both figures. Ironhide was always a really good character, and I think his IDW interpretation especially is a very strong one. But this is a fantastic, really good toy showcasing Starscream. The paint applications are impeccable. He looks outstanding. I mean, this guy is tiny. He is really tiny. He's not even the size of my hand. I mean, okay, he's just over the size of my hand. But he is diddly. And just look at that detailing. It's only until we get extremely close that you can see there are some small texture problems on the actual face. But that may just be the kind of metal pigments in the metallic paint. I mean, I am super close. Really am extremely happy with him. I mean, coming up really this close to him doesn't do him justice at all. I think you can find paint flaws in any figure if you get up this close, but he is just a glorious figure. I love that shine, that high gloss paint application. As far as weapons go, I really do like the sniper rifle, although was it Skywarp or Thundercracker? One of those used a sniper rifle to try and take out B, didn't they? I didn't think Starscream had the rifle. Would have liked maybe a null ray or something like that. Obviously this is kind of posed up as a null ray at the moment, but all in all it's a sterling effort. Really do like this. Pose wise, with the sniper rifle, he's got a great range of motion, so you can get it all the way across his body. You can kind of bring the other arms up. There isn't a second handle for you to hold the rifle, but you can get some amazing poses with him. And he just looks incredible. if I just take his rifle out of his hand for now, let's just cover the articulation. Again, the head is on a ball joint. The range of motion is somewhat limited there, mainly because I can't get my fingers in. He's got these huge padded sections around the neck, and you can't really get your fingers in to rotate the head as freely as I would like. But it is on a ball, it does move. You've got a great range of motion up and down. The shoulders, again, they're on a butterfly joint going in and outwards, but that's part of the transformation. The hinged wings themselves are actually on a separate hinge, so you can actually move those further out of the way if you choose to do so. You've got a full rotation on that arm. You can bring it up and down. You've got a rotation at the ball jointed elbow, so that goes all the way around. Really great range there. And you do have an in and out motion on the hands. I mean, just look at the detail on the hands. I mean, that's fantastic. This is a legend size figure. Waist-wise, we don't really have any waist articulation because it's fixed due to the cockpit thingy here around the groin area. That's a bit unfortunate. We do have a really ridiculous forward motion, again with the back motion. No cutouts here, so we've got full-on Van Damme splits. You've got a rotation at the knee, as well as a really deep bend. And the feet themselves are on balls, so you've got rotation, you've got forward and back motion, and we do have some side pivot as well. At present, these are the only 3 Decepticons I have in this scale. I'm going to get some of the Warring Pockets. I played with them in Hong Kong. I just haven't managed to purchase any yet. Shame on me. But don't they look fantastic? I mean, just look at the difference in the 2 Starscreams there. That is incredible. One thing I have noticed about ShapeShift.Inc, I was slightly concerned because the pegs on the weapons that we get included are not the standard pegs. They have a very, very thin tip. I was like, oh no, they're not going to fit on the normal figures. But they do. They have a very thin tip which fits into the ShapeShift hands, and then the fat tip, so they slide all the way down, and then the fat tip locks into the normal hands. It just saves us having those really beefy, ridiculous grips for a small figure. And to get Starscream transformed, the first part, and probably most difficult part, is to rotate his head all the way around and just pop that in like so. That's probably the most difficult part. Unplug this back section here, and just flip that up and round. Close the legs off together, just tab in like so, and they're going to fold up, and there's a tab here, those are going to just peg in there, and just pop those in like so. The arms, make sure the fists are folded downwards, and the arms will basically just rotate inwards, and there's a tab just on the inside there. That's going to tab in on there like so. Rotate that down, push the wing down. Again on this side, make sure the fists tab in on the side there. There we go. Straighten that out and fold the wing down. And there we have him in his jet mode. The sniper rifle can just be stored underneath there, so you can kind of have that facing downwards. And my personal preference is actually just to pop the back tab section off. You can then untab the weapon, and you can just plug that into the top, and I have that stored on top there. I just think it looks better. I would have liked maybe 2 ammunition sections here, because I like mine to be symmetrical. So for now, just because that's bugging me, I'm going to slide that out, move that out of the way. That's how it looked with the cannon mounted on the roof. And here he is with the Legends Starscream in their vehicle modes. Very, very impressed. They look fantastic. They really, really do. For new kids on the block, if ShapeShift.Inc can keep up this level of detailing with the true likeness that they're providing us, they're going to do extremely well. They've already teased images of Fall of Cybertron and Bruticus. Oh, I honestly cannot wait. So there we have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Skysnake and Heavymetal figures from the Microlegion Series 1 from ShapeShift.Inc. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.